Hello! Kumusta? Mabuhay and maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. So, a few days ago, I reacted to a video about what Filipinos think of their presidential election 2022. After having published the video, a few hours after, I went to the comment section as I usually do, to read the comments, answer some comments, and like some comments. And I read that a lot of comments were talking about a video that the YouTube channel Project Nightfall made, I wasn't sure what they were talking about, but clearly the people that commented about it were not happy and wanted to know what I thought of it, okay? So I looked it up, on YouTube. I went to the Project Nightfall YouTube channel and I did not see anything related to that. And apparently the video was deleted. But the internet is the internet, nothing escapes the internet. Of course, some people had already downloaded the video, so they re-uploaded it on YouTube and Facebook, and those links were actually sent to me. So today we will be reacting to that video, see what Project Nightfall said about, I think, the elections. So the title of the video, I don't know if that's how the guy from Project Nightfall entitled his video, but here it's called Project Nightfall Deleted Video / Why the Philippines Chose a Dictator's Son as President. I'd like to preface my reaction video by saying that I am not the biggest fan of Project Nightfall, especially the way he edits his video, the way he presents his, speeches. They feel very exaggerated, so that always bothers me and irks me, and he always puts this positive spin on everything, it just doesn't feel very down to earth. All right, let's just say it that way. Okay, before we continue on, make sure to follow me on Instagram at MusicGameNews because that is where you can DM me all your suggestions. And without further ado, let's get to it. Why the Philippines chose a dictator's son as president. Okay, so that's how he called it.
The whole world is looking at Filipinos right now as they're about to elect a late dictator's son to be the president of the Philippines.
So right there, I don't know if you can say that because a lot of Filipinos do not consider Ferdinand Marcos as a dictator.
In other countries, this is what you'll see.
The greediest dynasty in the world is back.
And from outsiders watching it unfold, this is what you'll hear.
The son of a guy who terrorized the Philippines.
Yep, this video was sent to me multiple times. They asked me to react to it. Unfortunately, I could not because it is owned by HBO. I would have gotten a copyright strike or issue or whatever. So I decided not to react to it, but still watch it, by myself. And I kind of like, this guy, I forgot his name, but I like how he presents things. He puts a comedic spin on everything, And to be honest, the way he presented everything was good, but I did not agree with his final thoughts.
Philippines for years is now the front runner to take over. Bongbong Marcos has shown virtually no remorse for what his father put the country through.
So why is it that this man is leading a presidential race by a landslide? Yes, over 30 million Filipinos voted for him, at least according to the partial unofficial tally.
That is true, but see, I could have made a video about the unofficial tally, but for me, it's not right to make a video about that because it clearly states that it's unofficial. I may make a video about him becoming president if he officially becomes president, you know? Is it because Filipinos seen something in him that a big part of the world doesn't?
Is it because Filipinos see something in him that's a big part?
See, it's the way he speaks, the way he presents, and the dramatic music and the editing of the video that always irks me.
Part of the world doesn't. Nightfall. This is a special video.
Night fam, that's how he calls them.
That will spotlight, not my opinion, but the voice of Filipinos for the Filipinos. And if you're
Okay, well, in that case, if it's not his opinion, then why are so many Filipinos upset with this video, and why did he remove it, delete it from his channel? You know, if it's not his opinion, why should he care, really? Unless he really thinks about his YouTube channel as a business and he does not want that video to hurt his channel, you know. Man, people that cannot stay true to themselves, I'll never get it.
watching this election unfold from a different part of the world, stick around because you might get your answer.
Wow, look at that sea of pink, Lenny Robredo's followers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they said when we asked, what are your hopes and fears for the next president of the Philippines?
Does Project Nightfall live in the Philippines? Please let me know in the comment section below, because I feel like he does, or at least somewhere in Southeast Asia, because every time I see him in his videos, it seems like he is living somewhere very warm.
One thing is definite, as it's often in the politics, there is a strong contrast in opinions. One side is already bracing for really dark times.
It's a really dark time for the Philippines right now.
I fear that disappearance, torture, politically detained, death, and other unlawful acts against our freedom and human rights might happen again.
While the other is celebrating a bright future ahead.
And as 30+ millions of Filipino people voted for him, I don't think we have the reasons to be afraid of, because yes, majority of us believed in him. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
So far, the people that are being interviewed sound very young.
There is no reason to be fear because our new elected president is chosen by the majority. And I hope that new administration will help all of Filipinos in call of needs and put some good plans in health, education, economy, and infrastructure.
It's almost like they're living in different realities, holding different sets of facts.
How could I trust a leader who uses disinformation networks to promote himself? Fake news.
Okay, see, that's the thing. Someone like me, you know, who is not for any of these candidates, gets all the information thrown at him, okay? And I've been receiving information about Bongbong Marcos, BBM, but also Lenny Robredo using disinformation, you know, like this person said. So you really don't know, you know, disinformation networks. Yes, most people are saying that BBM is the one who's using this technique, but I'm also getting information from people saying that also Lenny Robredo has used this technique, you know, disinformation networks. So I don't know who to believe.
To promote himself. Fake news and trolls.
From what I saw also from these videos is that he is not actually paying these so-called trolls, and is just firm believers of BBM that are doing the work for him and promoting him without him actually paying them, you know? So I don't know if he has a hand in all of this or not.
How could I support a leader who never liked attending debates, never liked being criticized?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you could ask that question about him not attending debates, but the people would answer you it's because those the people who would ask him the questions are already biased, so he did not want to waste his time in those events, you know. But I don't agree with the fact that he did not attend any actually debate. Maybe I haven't seen him debate with other candidates, but I did see him being interviewed by multiple judges. Hey, I didn't see you there. Well, now that you're here, why don't you celebrate for making it this far into this video by subscribing to the channel, by turning on that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos, and of course, and the most important thing, to like this video because it does help out the channel tremendously. And now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to my business.
There are no fears, as it is the beginning of new era, a new place for Filipino to arise from prostration and hope.
And maybe that is why Marcos Jr.'s call for unity during his campaign has resonated with a lot of people who are simply tired with the so-called toxic division.
I fear that the relationships, friendships that's been broken by the elections, we all have our differences, we all have our own principles and beliefs.
But then the critics also ask, what is the point of unity under a family name that has stolen so much from the country?
My biggest fear for this election is to have a president that is stained with corruption and built by disinformation.
I am genuinely scared to put back into position what the people back then ousted.
To which Marcos supporters
and those are genuine fears. I'm not gonna belittle, you know, their thoughts and their feelings.
Usually counter with two things. It is time to forgive what his family did, and that he cannot be judged through his father's sins.
That I agree. I don't know about the first one, if you can forgive what people are claiming that Ferdinand Marcos and his wife did. But clearly you cannot judge the son through his father's sins. I mean, give the dude a chance, you know what I'm saying?
Nightfall, I realize that it doesn't look good when me, a foreigner, comments on other countries' affairs.
I don't agree with that. I think we are all free to speak our minds as long as we do it respectfully and do prior research. And even if we don't do the research, we can still say what we think by also taking a step back, you know, and not being too upfront with what we say. You just have to say things in a manner that doesn't hurt, you know, people that are concerned with this situation. And in my case, for example, I never take a stand. I just tell you what I see from the video. I would firmly take a stand if I actually lived in the Philippines and if I were a Filipino and if I were impacted by this big decision. You know what I mean?
We all know, because it's politics, there are many more complicated issues that this video has not even touched yet. Rampant fake news, disinformation, some reports of election irregularities, to name a few. But if you ask me how I feel...
So is that true what he just showed us? That blurry video of cops tearing up ballots? It could be anything.
For the country that has become such a big part of my mission, here is what I know to be true. I know that Filipinos deserve so much from their government. I know that the poor and the underrepresented demand a public servant who truly cares about their needs in jobs, health, and education. And I know that every voter only wants best for their nation. And as I know all of this, I must tell you something that is very sad, disappointing, and difficult. I have been contacted by many people from the Philippines, and I can see how many are so afraid to even voice their opinions. That is why we have blurred the faces.
I mean, I have been contacted by a lot of Filipinos who want me to do research before saying anything, and who want me to not talk about just one candidate, you know, to be interested in, you know, the most qualified candidates. So in this case, it was mostly BBM and Leni Robredo. And I also reacted to, you know, Pacquiao's interview with Tony Gonzaga, sorry. But I did not feel like Filipinos were afraid to speak their minds, you know. I felt like maybe they were concerned about their country if one or the other candidates win, but I honestly did not feel like they were afraid to speak their mind. On the contrary, you know, they were very upfront and they were like, no, this is what I think, this is what I think. That's why I'm a little surprised that they blurred, that he blurred their faces here, because in my previous reaction video, you know, they were interviewing people in the streets, they did not blur their faces, and they spoke their minds about what they wanted from the presidential election, right? So, I think he just likes to make his videos very dramatic, you know.
People who speak in this video, because the hate is so strong, because the division is so strong, because the trolls are so strong. Some people are even worried for their lives, simply for expressing their opinions. I have said it.
It could be true, but that's not what I gather from you guys. You know, when you contact me either, you know, on Facebook or Instagram or even in the comment section. Honestly, my comment section, I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed by the state of my comment section under my, you know, reaction videos of political landscape in the Philippines, you know. And even some of you told me that they were respectful, you know, the comment section was respectful, but also very entertaining, because you guys have obviously a lot to say about it. But I did not see any animosity, I did not see hate, I did not see maybe a little bit of anger, you know, but honestly, that's not what I'm getting from you guys. I don't know, maybe his experience is different. I don't know.
Before, and I'll say it again, the Philippines is a beautiful nation that deserves all the blessings of this world. That is why only recently our Project Nightfall organization helped raise funds after the typhoon that hit the Filipinos. Over 20,000 affected people received help from it.
That's beautiful. If that's true, kudos to you, man. That's great.
In that moment, in these big numbers, we saw a beautiful unity, and we hope that this type of unity will prevail no matter what, so that when the next elections happen, no one is scared for their lives in expressing their opinions about the future of their country.
Okay. So guys, I honestly don't know why he deleted this video from his channel, because like he said at the beginning, he did not really proclaim his thoughts on the matter. He just said that the Philippines deserves all the best, you know, everything that's good, you know, they deserved the right president, you know, the most qualified president. But he didn't really tell you who he was for or whatever. He didn't really give his opinion, so I don't see why he deleted this video. I think BBM supporters came at him because this video wasn't pro Leni Robredo, because they didn't even mention Leni Robredo. They just showed a sea of pink. And if you know what's going on in the Philippines, you would know that those are the supporters of Leni Robredo. And he also, you know, this video is a little bit against BBM because he mentioned Ferdinand as being a dictator. He mentioned the trolls and the disinformation networks and all that related apparently to BBM. So I can see why BBM fanatics and supporters would, you know, come at him. But I just don't think he should have deleted this video. You gotta stand behind your content, man. On my channel, I do not remember deleting any video even after receiving so much hate. The only thing that I reserve the right for myself to do is to basically delete negative and insulting comments, you know, that's it. But the video will remain. That's it. I may have deleted one video because someone requested me to delete it, but it had nothing to do with politics. It was basically because I was saying that I think Morissette Amon created a song, but she didn't. It was actually Regine Velasquez's song, but I didn't know that, you know, so I guess I was like, fine, I can delete that video, it's not a big deal. But I think that was the only video that I deleted. But yeah, I think why people also, you know, disliked this video and are maybe fed up with his videos, it's more because of his style. You know, these videos that are edited this way, you know, this dramatic way, the music, the way he pronounces things, and he clearly puts a lot of thoughts behind it, you know. He doesn't press record like me and just speaks to you guys candidly, you know. I can hear it from the audio how he carefully reads the sentences and tries to put a lot of emphasis and dramatizes a little bit the way he speaks so that it has more impact, and on top of that he puts the dramatic music. It just drives me nuts, seriously. And also you know, because the vertical format has become so you know, important in social media like TikTok, like Instagram, like even YouTube Shorts. Now he's making videos in this vertical format so that he can like chop up his video and make them into short videos so that they can go viral and all that. So clearly well, to me at least, I don't know what his goal is, okay? But he is a businessman first. To me, that's what I feel like. He's a businessman who apparently also uses his skills, you know, and the money that he gets from his videos to help Filipinos, which is awesome, and I love that, you know. But I feel like his mindset is business first, and that's what I don't necessarily like with not just Project Nightfall, but a lot of YouTubers out there. When in my case, I'm always just trying to, first of all, have fun with my videos, and I like that human components to my videos where I don't just chop, edit, you know, where I just speak to the camera like that. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, no, I don't care about the money. No, of course I care the money. That's how I pay my bills, you know. But that definitely does not come first. It's the enjoyment. It's the just talking to you guys. Like talking to you guys, you know, on Instagram and in the comment section is like second to everything. You know, I love going in the comment section and reading you guys. As a matter of fact, let's go into his comment section and see what people say. I'll read you know, the first comments. Don't listen to the hate. They will always be mad at you for stating the truth. So I'm guessing this guy is pro Project Nightfall. Okay, he's happy with what he said. All I can say, God bless your career. Okay. All he can boast about is nothing except from the privilege that he is a son of the former President Marcos, nothing more. Salute to Nightfall Projects for making a content out of it, even though Filipinos who voted for this person are already throwing hate at him. Okay, so these people are pro Project Nightfall. All I can say is this dude earns so much money by making Pinoy content. Oh my. Nice take, except his supporters to bully you for expressing your opinion and being unbiased because they have this uncertainty to their chosen leader. That's why they don't like to see the other side. But that's the thing, I don't feel like he even expressed his opinion. He didn't. Project Nightfall. Next time, please do deep research. Interview our elders, our grandmothers and grandfathers who experienced martial law themselves. Don't make interview to the new generation teenager. It's true, man. I've noticed that. I've noticed that the people he was interviewing were all youngins. This is so real. Reality bites. I've long stopped watching Project Nightfall's videos, full of toxicity. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't watch his videos, but I do feel some type of, what do you call it? You know, there is an overload of positivity sometimes, so that could also be toxic. Full of toxicity, stress, and fright / scary factors. This one crossed the line, shame on him. If he were residing here in the Philippines, then he'd almost be certainly deported for making such hurtful and unfair remarks. Shame on you, PNF. Okay, so according to this guy, he does not live in the Philippines, but I think he lives close by. In my opinion, the only thing why Project Nightfall received so much backlash on this was because usually when he makes videos, he tends to dig deeper about the information to understand it better and spread awareness. Not just believe and conclude his opinions after only interviewing Filipino citizens. Plus, it only sided most with the bad responses. It's his negligence. I don't think in this case he could have done more research. I mean, there is research to be done, tons of it actually, but in the end, I don't think that you will come out with a clear mind, you know? You're not gonna come out being like, oh, Ferdinand Marcos was a dictator, so his son should not be president, you know? Or Leni Robredo should be the next president. I really don't think it's black or white. I really think it's a gray area, and that's why people are in limbo in a way. You know, they're very uncertain about what's gonna happen if BBM becomes president, and apparently he will become president, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, I've been speaking for 27 minutes. This is too long. Hopefully this video was helpful with you guys. As you know, at the end of each of my titles, I always say honest reaction. I am actually not afraid to speak my mind. Yeah, but it's, you know, during these political times in the Philippines, I'm not Filipino. I may be Filipino by heart, but I'm not Filipino, and I cannot, you know, vote. So it doesn't really matter what I think, really. What matters is what you think. I can only give you my opinion about how I felt watching interviews of all these candidates, you know, and, you know, documentaries and just stuff about them. But you have to be very careful while, you know, researching. You cannot believe everything. There you go. Maraming salamat po. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this. Please, as usual, be respectful in the comment section. Yeah, just think about the people who are going to read you behind. We want the MGN community to be presentable, you know, have a good image. So please be respectful, and everything should be fine. Take care of yourselves, have a great day, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Subscribe here, and please like the video to show your support and appreciation for my work, and turn on the notification bell to be poked for future content. Yayayum!